Today we're riding bikes to work again. And we're gonna have a good time. It's a little chilly this morning, but it's gonna go up to 60 later today, so looking forward to that. Looking forward to the ride back more so than the ride there. I figured we can talk about some stuff this morning. Couple of things to perhaps get, some accessories you should get when you start riding a motorcycle. Because it's not written in the book, it's not written in the stone tablets. So I'll go through my experience of what I did, and perhaps it'll be helpful for you, right? So the first thing about riding motorcycles is you're always like looking up, you're always like looking out at the world, making sure you're not going to run into anything, someone ain't going to run into you. You know, you need eyes, you need eyesight. Okay? And the most uncomfortable thing you can do, typically, is wear sunglasses under your visor, okay? You can get those special glasses that have like flexible frames, but I wouldn't deal with it at all right? Some riders that I know don't wear any kind of sun protection for their eyes while riding. They wear a clear visor, and let me tell you something, over time you're gonna like burn your retinas, right? Because you're just gonna squint all the time looking down at the road on a sunny day, and it's not good for your eyes at all. So if you get a helmet, ideally with a replaceable visor, I have a 1400, a Shoei, you can get a transitions visor. And what's nice about it is it transitions. It gets darker when the sun gets brighter, or even on a cloudy day. Oh, come on. Could have made that light. Oh, what the fuck? Well, I'm not. Wow, he's very close. It's always something interesting to see. So you get a transitions visor. It gets darker when the sun or the day gets brighter, and you don't have to replace it or like switch it out for a clear visor when it's nighttime or you're going through a tunnel. It transitions by itself. Wow, I thought I was gully. This guy's fully bike laning. He gave up on life. So that's one thing you can do. It's one of the best upgrades I did. It's the most useful upgrade I did. Aside from everything else I got after buying the basic stuff, the transitions visor changed my life, right? And you should do it. You should do it immediately. Protect your eyes, protect your eyesight. Don't go blind because you burnt your retinas out fucking squinting while trying to operate your motorcycle. Gloves. Let's talk about gloves, all right? The first pair of gloves I got were these Dionysi gloves. They look super cool. You might have seen them in my earlier videos. Like, they're black, they're armored up, and they're just generally awesome. But they didn't fit right. And because they didn't fit right, I started getting a lot of like chafing and like calluses, or even, I mean, I would say blisters. Like, it became very uncomfortable right at the palm of my hand right here, because that glove was a little bit too large for me and it was bunching up under my arm, or my hand I'm saying, and it became very uncomfortable, right? So when you're buying gloves, it's important that, you know, you buy gloves that fit you really well. And I guess for me, like, my hands are, I have like pretty long fingers, like piano fingers, so it's hard for me to find a good glove that fits, that isn't tight at some place in my hand. But just know that when you buy a glove and it's just feels a little bit too tight, it's gonna loosen up once you break it in, and then it'll feel perfect. That's why I really like these Revit gloves, because they fit my hand really nice, and I wear them all the time. I actually probably want to buy another pair of gloves that have the same fit. All right. Boots. What kind of boots should you get? Get boots. First and foremost, get riding shoes. The second you go down, you know, your feet are just hanging out there. I've been hit in my feet by plants and stuff. Like, get boots to protect your feet. And when you get boots that work for the type of riding you do. Maybe get multiple pairs if you are excited about it. But I have these Dainese boots that are meant more for like city riding. They're super armored up, but they're not fully like high. They're like high tops, but they don't cover the entire ankle, right? So I still have a little bit of mobility, but I still feel really safe. The boot sole should be relatively stiff because you're doing shifting and stuff, and there's metal down there. So you don't want something that's super soft like a pair of Vans, right? Get boots. Get real motorcycle boots, and don't be afraid to pay a little bit of money for them, because they're gonna last quite a while if you get a good quality pair. At least we're moving today a little bit. I left about a half hour too late, in my opinion. So now I'm dealing with this shit, and the city is probably going to be even crazier. Yeah. What else? Mirrors. I got these parabolic mirrors. These are CRGs. They actually came with the bike, right? And when I got the bike, I put the stock mirrors back on and gave those a go. I really enjoy the Triumph stock mirrors. They're very, very visible. They're great for highway, but depending on the type of riding you do, if you're going to be like a city person like me, these actually make a lot more sense, right? You're going to have a lot more visibility in the close quarters, where it's important in the city, right? You got a lot of blind spots, you got a lot of people trying to make moves on you, behind, next to you, in front of you, whatever. So being able to quickly take a look at your mirror and see more of what's going on around you is better. And especially if you're planning to do city riding and you're going to be kind of sneaky, these mirrors fold in. They almost act as little feelers, right? If I hit my mirror, like, I'm not going to break it, they're going to fold in, but I know that I went a little bit too close to the sun. All right. Will they break when you drop the bike? I'm not sure. Not sure. Probably. These mirrors are not expensive. I mean, I guess they're a little expensive. I don't know. I didn't pay for them, but they're not built so well, in my opinion. I had to mod one, but you know, if you're kind of feeling a little bit like you're not getting enough visibility, you're feeling a little claustrophobic in whatever your stock mirror is, just put these fuckers on and you'll be fine. All right. Heated grips. Heated grips and heated gloves, heated gear. Unless you want to modify your bike, or unless it comes with a plug, right? I think it's like a 12 volt, and you're going to want to ride in colder temperatures. Getting the bare minimum, heated grips, heated gloves, you're going to feel so much better about yourself. You're gonna be way more comfortable, and you're not gonna be focusing on surviving. You're going to be focusing on riding, right? So I highly recommend getting some heated gear. At the bare minimum, heated grips. On these bikes, they're a little expensive, but they integrate with the bike, so. Or you can get aftermarket, right? Depends what you're riding. What else? What else? A phone mount? A locking phone mount? I see a lot of guys, a lot of riders with the RAM mount stuff. They swear by RAM mount. I think it's more of like a lifestyle choice versus something that, in my opinion, can actually secure your phone to your motorcycle. So I have this quad lock. When I got into riding, all my friends have quad locks. Not promoting the quad lock system, they had a bunch of them extra, so that's what I got on the bike because I didn't have to pay for it, right? Quad lock is good, you know. It's really secures the phone. Doesn't feel like it's going to go anywhere. There are other systems in place where you can kind of get the same shit. Man, my visor's fogging up and I'm in deep traffic here and I don't want to split because of these fucking cops. Crack this open a little bit. Sorry, I'm having problems. Try to get over a little bit. Yeah, good quality phone mount. Which kind of bridges the gap to a headset, like a Senna or a Cardo. I got a Cardo. So I used to run my phone on my bars, and it was cool. Until my phone started malfunctioning and I had to get it fixed. Because putting your phone on your handlebars is like kind of abusive, especially you got a nice phone. Even though the phone's waterproof, like an iPhone, right? The bars, even with a vibration dampener, your bike is going to end up shaking your phone to death. And what the first symptom of dead phone because of your motorcycle abuse is all the cameras start fucking up, right? There's dust under the lenses. The image stabilization vibrates and is malfunctioning because these are actually sensitive instruments, and you know, for lack of kind of understanding how they designed them, I'm assuming they designed them to take, you know, one large hit, you know, if you drop your phone, but not a constant vibration. Vibration literally fucks everything up over time, especially the vibrations coming off of an engine. You don't want to subject your phone to that. A phone is a phone. It should belong in your pocket. It distracts you because you have it there and you're looking at it all the time. And a better solution if you're direction challenged is to run the GPS in your pocket, turn on the audio, and run it to your headset and your helmet. You know, no one knows. No one knows you're GPSing. It's one less thing you have to mount to your bike. It's one less distraction. Phone holds charge better because you're not using the screen. The other idea is like maybe you get a dedicated GPS device, like a Garmin system or whatnot, or you get a system that kind of mimics CarPlay on your bike. So they're not standalone. They Bluetooth connect to your phone, but you basically got CarPlay. This bike has Bluetooth in the fucking computer, in the TFT. I just never connected it. But I can literally answer phone calls on this bike and do some smart stuff. And I just haven't bothered. All right. The one last thing I'm gonna say about like shit you should get when you start out. Let's say you got a bike like this. you decided to do some modification to it, so it perhaps you know, makes slightly more noise going down the street, right? Or even if you don't do that, you're going to do a lot of highway riding, things like that. Wind noise and just engine noise over time will destroy your hearing. So get a set of earplugs. Earplugs let you concentrate a little bit more also, because, you know, you don't have this like droning wind in your ear. You can go deaf riding motorcycles, even if you ride like a little scooter or like something not super loud. You'll go deaf. You'll go deaf over time, just from the wind noise on the highway. And it's fucking annoying to listen to that for hours on end, especially if you're doing like touring, right? Oh boy. So I'm taking this route today, and I already regret it, but I just need 35th Street and I'm Gucci. This commute is really nothing complicated. Get from point A to point B kind of thought process, so I don't mind waiting a little bit. I'm also early. I'm early. Is there anything else I can say about, you know, things you should get or consider getting that isn't really written in the handbook of New Motorcycle Rider 101, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. I don't know, that's kind of it. Everything else is, I guess, more advanced level. Like, you're gonna have to fucking, you know, figure out some mechanicals on your motorcycle, which I haven't done, you know. People can get really nerdy about it. You know, one thing you can do is, when you get your motorcycle, unless it already has it, you know, put the tires that make sense for you on that bike, right? That's kind of like a hard move, you know. That's like I'm gonna be very prepared type move. Is I'm gonna be riding in the wet, I'm gonna be riding in the cold, I'm gonna be doing it 24/7 or every day. Putting tires on your bike might be a good move, you know, tires that help you achieve those dreams better than whatever came stock on it. I noticed some stock bikes, you know, at least of this class, they come with like pretty hardcore, you know, summer tires, like tires that require warming up a little bit, or they don't have as an aggressive tread on them for rain maneuvers or things like that. So you might do better if you put those on and call it a day. I'm just gonna continue riding. Oops. Cabby, Park Ave. Madison Avenue. Madison. Approach 5th Avenue. Y'all get how the street work here. You know, you got Park, Madison, 5th. That's how streets work in Manhattan. You guys are being so silly. The light is green. Pull into the parking and call it a day, my friends. I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. Leave comments if you have any questions about anything, really. Bye.